Hi family, welcome back to our channel. In today's video we are back with 5 brand new school lunchbox ideas we cannot wait for you to try out. So if you are new to our channel, make sure you click the subscribe button and let's get your thoughts in the comment section. We'd love to hear from you. First recipe for today is yamarita. So I'm going to show you how I quickly make this in the morning. Now I've cut my yam into rectangles, as you can see, so I'm just going to be putting a bit of salt in a pot of water and then put my yam, allow this to boil. So you don't want your yam to be fully cooked, you just want it to be soft a bit. Then you can drain it off the fire and set aside. In a bowl I have an egg. I'm just going to quickly whisk this. So I'm using just 1 egg because of the quantity of yamarita I'm making. So I'm going to add in a bit of curry powder, a bit of thyme, some pepper, seasoning cubes, some salt, and then I'll just give all of this a really nice whisk until everything is well combined. Next I'll set this aside and then move to fry. On the fire, I already have a pot with oil inside, vegetable oil, and this is already hot. So I'll just dip in my boiled yam in this egg mixture and then I'm going to put in the fire, just as you can see. Guys, this is so easy to make, and I think this is a very lovely way to serve your kids yam, especially if they don't like eating yam. So if you have kids that don't like eating yam, by the time you give them this egg coated yam, I'm absolutely sure they are going to love this. So we'll just be doing this for all the yam pieces we have available. Basically dip them in the egg mixture and then put in the pan and allow to fry. Guys, if you are still watching this and you have not subscribed, please make sure you subscribe to our channel, so when I upload lovely recipes like this, you will get to see it. And as usual, let's get your thoughts. I know there are various ways of making yamarita. Have you tried this method before? This is really easy because you know, something for school, you don't want to waste too much time in the kitchen, and then you know it always comes out so delicious. So this is well fried already. We'll just take it off the fire and then set aside. So school lunch is ready. We'll be serving this in our lunch box. So as you can see, I'm just nicely placing the yam pieces in the lunch box, and then I'm going to be serving this with some stew, just so they can dip the yamarita in it. So if you have pepper sauce or stew, whatever you have available would work just fine. Second recipe, we'll be making some plantain pottage. So we've put some palm oil in the pan and then we're going to be adding in some onions. Give this a really nice mix, allow it to fry for a bit, and then I'll be adding in my pepper mixture. So this is basically tatashe, scotch bonnet pepper and onion mix. We'll just allow this fry for a bit. You will know this is frying really well when you see that the oil is beginning to separate from the pepper mixture. So I'll be adding in some smoked fish and then some seasoning cubes. I'll follow in with some salt. You want to put enough salt to cook this completely. I'll give this another mix so my food doesn't burn, and then I'll allow this fry for a little bit more. For this recipe, I like to use a mixture of ripe and unripe plantains. So that's what I'll be using. Ripe and unripe plantains I basically cut into cubes, as you can see, tiny pieces, so that my baby can eat it since it's still really little. So we'll give this a really nice mix, add in enough water to cook our pottage completely, and then we'll allow this to boil. So this has been cooking for about 20 minutes now, and as you can see, our plantain is already soft. I'll just be adding in some vegetables. Yes, for all the extra nutrients, be adding in some vegetables. Give this another nice mix, allow it cook for a little bit more before we serve. So This is our yam pottage. This is what it looks like. It's fully ready now, and guys, guess what? It's time to serve lunch. So as usual, let me know what you think about recipe number 2. Are you going to be trying this out? How do you prefer this? And as usual, you can easily make your porridge using yam if that's what you prefer, but this is plantain porridge. I'll be serving this with some apple and some oranges. I just diced in little bits, and then lunchbox 2 is ready. So for our third lunchbox, we'll be making pasta. In a pot of boiling water, we'll just be adding in some salt, adding in our pasta. I'm using macaroni for this recipe. You can use spaghetti, whatever pasta you prefer, whatever you have available. And I added in some vegetable oil just so my pasta does not stick. This has been boiling for about 15 minutes now. I'm just going to set this aside and allow to drain. In a pan, I'm going to be adding in my vegetable oil and chicken breast. This is the protein I'll be using for this recipe. You can use minced meat, you can use any protein you have available, but I'll be using chicken breast. So we just keep stir frying this so it doesn't burn. When it becomes brown like this, your chicken breast is well cooked. I'll be adding in some diced onion. Give this a really nice mix and allow this onion fry properly. Then I'll be adding in curry powder followed by some thyme. I like to add my curry and thyme into the onions because I found that adding it by this time just helps to break up all the extra flavors and all that the curry and thyme has. So I'm going to be adding in my pepper mix, and then I'll just give this a little stir and allow to fry properly. I'm going to be adding in some leftover vegetables I have available. So that's basically carrots, sweet corn, and green pepper. I added in my seasoning cubes and salt. Give this a really nice mix, and then I'll be adding in some chicken stock I have available. So I'm just using this to loosen up my sauce a bit before I add my pasta. So I'll bring this to a boil. Once I see it's boiling already, I'll come in with my pasta. So I'm adding my boiled macaroni at this point. After adding my macaroni, I'm just going to give this a really nice mix. You want everything to be well combined. You don't want to have more sauce in one side and less in another side. So when this is well mixed, guess what? Lunch is ready. So I'll be serving this in the lunch box, as you can see. So today's lunch is macaroni. I'll be serving this with some watermelon by the side, and lunch is ready. For day number 4, we'll be having some fried plantain and egg sauce. In a pan of hot oil, I'm going to be adding my salted plantains. I'll just put this and allow to fry. Once you see it's already getting brown on one side, you can flip to the other side so that your plantain does not burn. When I'm making this recipe, I just like to have everything available because you might not need to leave the position you're standing at. So I just prep all my ingredients down and then get to eat immediately. So I'm just going to be flipping the sides. Make sure the 2 sides of my plantain is properly fried, and then I'm going to drain this out of the hot oil and then set aside. Guys, if you have been watching and you have not subscribed, I don't even know what you're waiting for. Please support the ministry. Make sure you click the subscribe button, and most importantly, give this video a thumbs up, and let's get your thoughts in the comment section. For our sauce, I'll be adding in some onion, some diced onion, followed in with some curry powder, some thyme. I'll give this a really nice mix and allow to fry for a bit. Next, I'll be adding in my diced tomatoes. So I just cut my tomatoes into tiny pieces. I'll be adding this in now. Give a nice mix. I'll be adding in some scotch bonnet pepper. Give another mix and allow this to fry. Next, I'll be adding in some seasoning cubes, some salt. Give this another mix and allow my sauce to fry completely. Next, I'm going to beat 2 eggs aside, and then I'm going to be adding this in now. So I'm going to be adding my eggs to it, and then I'm going to move on to scramble my eggs. So this is egg sauce basically, and I'm going to scramble this and allow it to fry properly. So our egg sauce has been frying for a bit now, and as you can see, it is fully ready. So guys, our fried plantain and egg sauce is ready. We'll just be serving this in the lunch pack. So we'll be putting fried plantain in the other partition. We'll be adding in some fried egg. We'll close this up and lunch is served. So for day 5, we'll be having some coconut rice. So in a pot, I'll be adding in some vegetable oil, follow in with some onion. Give this a really nice mix and allow to fry for a bit. Then I'll be adding a little bit of curry and thyme. You don't want to add too much because you don't want it to change the color of the rice. So next, I'll be adding in my veggies. I have some chopped carrots, I have some scotch bonnet pepper, green peas and green pepper. So I'll just be adding my veggies, give this a really nice mix and allow it to fry for a bit. When this has been frying for a while, I'll be adding in some chicken stock I have available. Give this another really nice mix. Allow it come to a boil, and then I'll be adding in seasoning cubes and salt. So basically, I'll just add in enough to cook my rice. So this is the coconut powder I'll be using for this recipe. It's just flavor basically you put in water. You can use the actual coconut milk if you have, but then I just put that powder in water and then it does the job for me. Trust me guys, it comes out very delicious and you wouldn't even know I didn't use the actual coconut. So I just put that in, then added my already parboiled rice. Give this a really nice mix again, and then I'm going to add in enough water to cook my coconut rice completely. So I'll just be giving this another mix. Make sure everything is well combined, and then I'm going to cover this and allow this to boil. This is also a very easy recipe you can put together in minutes, and before you know, lunch is served. I'll just be sprinkling in some spring onion I have available. Just allow this simmer for a bit and lunch is ready. So guys, let us know which of these recipes are you going to be trying out. I can't wait to hear from you in the comment section. If you have not, make sure you click the subscribe button, turn on notification bell, so when we upload videos you'll get to see it, and we'll catch you in our next video. Bye.